I'm Dr. Panza, and this is the third session of with my client, and this is the second session after giving a homework assignment, and we're going to go into how the homework assignment helped and how the week went. Hi, welcome back. It's nice to see you again.
It's good to be back. I'm glad to be here.
It's good. So tell me how your week went.
I think my week went rather well. I mean, it's now the second week doing those journals. I was more consistent this week. I filled it out Monday through Friday, well, most of Friday. But last week, I did like every other day, and I usually did it the day after. So this week I did it as I had something to drink. So I fill out the journal and track it. And I noticed that, I kept it to dinner this week. So nothing at lunch when me and the boys take lunch break, and nothing right up when I get home from work. Usually a couple with dinner and then bed. I think it went well. I think tracking went pretty okay.
Okay, do you feel it helped more this time doing it more regularly than it did last week?
I think doing it in the moment definitely helped. I think last week, if I, woke up the next day, I was trying to use my phone. This week I used an actual journal that I just keep on my counter. So, as I took a beer out, I made a mark. If I made a drink, which I did on Wednesday with dinner, I wrote down what I drank. And then, I had a good journal, and then I put it in my phone at the end of the week.
Okay. So what made Wednesday different where you made a drink instead of having a beer?
Wednesday, it was the dinner. I was doing a big steak, so, I just wanted a whiskey, I didn't want a beer. Just something a little different.
Okay. Changing it up.
Just changing it up, yeah. Kinda. Just didn't want to do the same old thing.
Okay. Did you stick to one, or?
Well, I had one of those drinks and then a beer, and then just kind of watch a little TV before passing out, really.
Okay. So how did your week go with work?
Week went well. So last Sunday I didn't really turn it on because, we discussed, drinking heavily on Sunday, how that might affect me going into Monday, and the difference between my work production on Monday compared to Tuesday not being hungover at all. So I thought Monday went really well. I wasn't hungover, or at least not to, what I'm used to. So I managed to grab a coffee and an egg sandwich in the morning at the site and go right to work. We put up like 8 square of roofing that day. It was good.
Okay.
Good day.
So you saw, did you see a big difference or just like a small difference between last Sunday and this Sunday?
I would say the difference last Sunday in drinking comparison was a big difference, because usually I would just treat Sunday like my Fridays and Saturdays and just have fun with the boys and pass out. I usually pass out with the assistance of the booze, and wake up Monday and just go to work in whatever state I am. I don't call in. I manage to keep it going, but I'm usually slow going on Mondays, which, we usually all chalk up to Mondays being the slow day of the week. But this week I got to be productive. Got to start my week off at a better pace, so that I think that I saw the difference there.
See, that's good.
Yeah, I think that was definitely positive. And it made for a lighter rest of the week because I wasn't playing catch up.
Okay. So how does that make you feel?
That made me feel good, because, a lot of times I really feel like I'm unwinding at the end of the week because the week was so stressful, because I felt that it always feels like I'm playing catch up from the day before. Whereas this week, by the time Friday rolled around, like I was in a good position, to leave the job site for the weekend. We didn't have to, there was no threat of having to come in on a Saturday. We knew we were in a good position.
Okay, so do you think you're going to continue to lessen your intake on Sundays so your weeks are better?
I definitely think I'm going to try to keep it up. I mean, it paid dividend. I don't think I've had a productive Monday like that forever. Everyone asked me what I was on. And I was like, how many cups of coffees did you have? Or did you eat your Wheaties? But yeah, I wasn't dragging. Didn't feel like I had my head in a vice all day.
Okay, so that's definitely progress. Okay, so tell me about your weekend.
Well, the weekend, it was good. Well, I think it was good for most of the parts I remember. Let's see, Friday, got out of work, swung by the Packy on the way home, picked up a couple bottles, went over to my buddy's house. We played cards. It was low key. I only had like 4 of us that night. Saturday was like a big day. We decided to pull the grills out in the snow and grill and do stupid stuff. And really toured on Saturday. Watched some movies, ate some pizzas. Sunday, helped my buddy clean up because I don't like tearing up his place, or he won't let us drink there anymore. So I helped him clean up. We did some work in his barn, a little day drinking. We're clearing out the barn so that we have a good place to shoot Beirut and cornhole in the winter when all the snow's on the ground. So cleaning that up, and then I went home and just prep my meals for the week. Kind of got my clothes ready for the next day, and I buttoned up anything I had around my house to do, and ended up, I don't know, watching a movie, drinking some drinks, and go to bed. But it wasn't a bigger party day. I felt myself pacing myself on Sunday because I knew A, I didn't want to crash at his house and go to work from his house. B, I wanted to try going in less banged up.
Okay, and how did it feel pacing yourself?
There were times where I was definitely bored. Like I could see him getting sauced, and I was okay. I was just buzzing, or I wasn't even buzzing yet. And when his brother came over, and both of them are a riot when they get together. They're regular jokers, and they tore it up, and I was a little envious. I felt like I was missing out a little fun, but on the same side, I was still doing fun stuff with them. I just, wasn't. I didn't seem like I was on cloud 9 like they were.
Okay. Do you ever feel pressured by your friends to drink more?
That's a good question. Maybe not directly. I mean, when we were younger, sure, yeah. The peer pressure's real. Who doesn't get told to chug this or do these shots? But now it's more like socially. Like I see someone slamming, a drink, I want to do it, or if they're playing flip cup, I want to jump in. Someone's doing shots, I want to raise a glass too. It's definitely more social pressure. Like I enjoy being part of that revelry, I guess, part of that scene, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel maybe like when I'm not part of it, like that's a bond that I'm missing out on, or like they're getting closer and I'm not.
Okay. Do you think you'd be able to still have that bond with them while sober?
Sure. Our buddy Jeremy's straight edge. He hasn't picked up a drop of liquor in his life, and he always hangs out and has a good time, but he also gets in less of the shenanigans than we do, and like all his stories end with, and then I went home. So, but no, I don't think they'd cut me out if I stopped drinking. I just think I'd miss the fun lunacy of what they get into on the regular.
Okay. I mean, you can still have fun while being sober.
That is true. That is true. That is something to consider for sure. And I do have some good memories from being sober, but a lot of my more wild memories are definitely from when there was a drink in my hand.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're cutting back, and you're definitely making progress. Was there any days this week that made you want to go overboard through stress or anything?
Thursday was tough. We came in and there was this guy, Mikey, he's new in the crew. He had to drop, I don't even know how many bundles of shingles off the roof. Just because we told him the pitch was too high to leave the shingles up there. He's a big meathead. He likes to carry 3 bundles of square on his shoulder at the time to show how strong he is, get up there, And he just tucked them on the roof, and they stayed, and he's like, oh, I told you they'll stay, and he went up with another set and threw those on, so now they're stacking up, but by the time he got his third set off, the weight just slid them all down, ruined 2 of the bundles, and that was more work we had to go cleaning up his mess and bringing it back up, and he almost hurt and killed himself. He's 3 stories up, knucklehead, and then we hear our, foreman yelling at us because, we're letting the idiot do it apparently. We're supposed to tackle him or something. So that day was particularly stressful. Then, that day, the boys all went out to lunch. I brought a lunch that day because, I didn't want to get any beers wherever they went to, whatever pizza shop they go to. And I really wish I did go that day. That was the time when, once they got in the car and I was eating that sad turkey sandwich, I was just like, man, I should have went and grabbed a beer because I was just so heated at this kid.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great that you didn't get a beer that day, so you definitely showed some restraint. So
Yeah,
that's progress.
it's true. I didn't want to associate the booze with anger, and that's a slippery slope. I've had alcoholics in my life who drank to kind of curb that emotion. My booze intake's always been positive in the party atmosphere. I don't want it to start being associated with anger.
Okay. Well, the day definitely sounds very stressful. Could have ended way worse. So it's very positive that you didn't drink. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel more in control, I guess. I guess I wasn't really even considering it in the moment, but now thinking about it, I feel good. Like I didn't need something to get me through it. Like I got me through it with, my own grit, my determination. I think I vented properly. I waited till they were all gone and then cursed up a storm and maybe threw some of my tools, but I kept it calm, cool, and collective as the knucklehead was making the mistake, and kept it calm, cool, and collective as my boss was yelling at me in my face. And I think it was a step in the right direction managing stress.
Okay, so hearing yourself say that you got through it, how does hearing your words back to you sound? Like you got through it and that you were able to admit that you were okay.
Feels good. It feels real good. Positive, empowering. I guess something I never really considered. I try to always be easygoing like that and try to never show outrageous emotions when people are being outrageous. I try to be calm, cool, under pressure, but no, I was proud of myself to snap it. I guess anyone else would have snapped, and they would have been right to snap, because it wasn't my fault that jerk was messing up, but it was good that I controlled it.
It's good. See? You can do it without alcohol.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so it seems like the homework is helping you, right? Do you feel that way?
I do. Homework has been helping.
Okay, so would you be able to continue it?
I think I will, and I'm going to keep up the technique of jotting it down as it comes.
Okay, so for next week when we meet, I would like you to bring me your notebook and we can go through it together, and then you can also tell me about how your week was and everything, and we'll continue like that. Is that something you're interested in?
It sounds like a great plan.
Okay, well, it was really nice meeting with you again, and I'm glad your week went well.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week.